Hello friends, it's Passable. Today I wanted to start by talking about Imogen Loxley, and well shoot, she spoke up for another trans woman by posting a picture on social media that was it brought a lot of hate. Um, and I don't know if she expected to get international hatred comments. Um, but I think it was very brave of her, and I'm sure she doesn't deserve the kind of backlash that she's gotten. Um, I mean, it was a protest. It really was. Um, Football players take a knee, and trans women don't hide their bulge. I don't routinely show my bulge. I don't know that I'm making a statement. Maybe I am. Maybe if all the trans women want to stand up and show their bulge, but I think the statement has been made, and now it's time to educate people who don't understand what's going on, or to shout down hateful comments that people are gonna make. Because there's a bunch of people who someone calling a trans woman, someone calling me a man. Like I'm pretty confident in who I am, but finding that confidence as a trans person is incredibly difficult, and even just one person, in not not intentionally, unintentionally misgendering you, is enough to make you feel rattled. But having hundreds of intentionally hateful comments from people all over the world is wow. I really feel for her, because she thought she was doing a good thing, and I think she did. And I think she's a hero, not for showing her bump, but for standing up, for saying no, you can't treat this person this way. And what she effectively did was took the focus off the person who wasn't ready to defend himself and wasn't able to handle um, hateful comments. And she said, focus on me, send, I'll be a target, in defense. And I feel the same way. I mean, I know that hateful comments are going to come. I've gotten just a couple, but, not everybody agrees with the trans experience. And, people, oh, genetically you'll always be a man, so you're not a real. I'm a trans woman. Genetically, I'm a trans woman. If I was genetically female, then I would be a cis woman. I'm not pretending to be anything that I'm not. I'm a trans woman. This really isn't about me today. It's about her, and it's about maybe non-passing trans women. They don't meet. Maybe they still have facial hair that they can't get rid of, even though they've spent a ton of money on electrolysis. It's persistent. They have a 5 o'clock shadow, and all of a sudden, if they don't wear enough makeup and somebody detects it, now they're being scrutinized and publicly shamed. That's crazy, you know. Um, and the people who are on the front lines of that battle are the bearded women who are I'm still a trans woman even though I have a beard. Do I want a beard? No, I don't want it at all. But if someone sees my 5 o'clock shadow, Like, honestly, I had to shave twice a day, maybe 3 times a day. Um, and the hair is dark and persistent. It's just like, and there's plenty of women. There's plenty of cis women that have to shave every day. And I mean, calling someone a man, um, that's like, they know it's hateful. That's why they're doing it. That's why they're doing it. Because they know it's hateful. They think they're funny, or their masculinity is so fragile that they have to stand up and put down people who are at an awkward stage of their transition, who are really insecure already, and they want to force them back into the closet. They want to, I don't know. What makes you want to act so hatefully to someone? Like, I won't understand it. You can give me your reason, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, why do you have to interject at all? A person is trying to be genuine. They're willing to say, I'm trans, in at the times that count. Because let me tell you, walking down the street, it's nobody's business. But if I was going to be intimately involved with someone, you know, I think it's pretty well understood in the trans community, if you're going to be intimate with someone, that you have to tell them that you're trans, or else they could be very shocked and upset. But aside from that, it's nobody's business. I tell my doctor, but I shouldn't have to tell them I'm trans to get on an airplane, or we just need to stand together, and we need to tell people that it doesn't matter what the issue is, if it's trans, or if it's racism, or if it's body shaming, that it's just not okay. It's not okay, you know. It's not their place. Um, and the internet gives people a place where they can hide behind closed doors and say nasty things to people without much consequence. You look at if you look at the profiles of most of the people who are making these really hateful, egregious comments, they have nothing to lose. They don't have any content. They're not they're not bringing anything to the table. It's not like they have a reputation it's going to be tarnished because they say all these hateful things. There's no way to know who they are. Where me, I'm a public figure. You can find me in the clubs in my town like any night of the week. So if I'm gonna be spouting something, you know, it could follow me. Like somebody could, there's just I, I wouldn't act that way. But these people they're like autonomous. No one knows who they really are. They're just some hateful person, um, trash posting on the internet. And I'm not gonna sit back and just go, oh man, like I won't let any hateful comment go unanswered. If someone else is dealing with it, I'll let them deal with it. But if there's comments that are just hateful and no one has responded yet, you better believe I'm gonna respond like you're a bigot, or if the person just says something like ignorant, and ignorant meaning uneducated, hate and ignorance are slightly different, Ignorance is when they don't know any better, and hate is they know damn well what they're doing, But when I see ignorance, I'll give that person the benefit of the doubt that they just think they're being funny, or they don't really realize how hurtful. Like, I can't think of a whole lot of things you can say. Like, the most hurtful thing you could say to a trans woman is you're just a man and you'll never be a woman. That's a pretty hurtful thing to say, You're like totally undermining their identity. Lots of trans people have spent a large portion of their life wishing or trying to just be like their assigned gender so they don't have to deal with guilt, shame, remorse, and the kind of taunting that, we see going on right now. And I've been thinking about it all day. I spent several hours last night, chatting with people about what was going on, and responding to hateful comments online with this person is not a liar, they're not faking, they are a trans individual. That means that their genetics are not what don't match their spirit. I guess these people don't have any spirit, People claiming like religious reasons for being hateful, like I just don't buy it. Show me where Jesus was hateful to anyone but the Pharisees, And I'm not real religious anymore, but I know I have a spirit, and it's always been the spirit of a female. And I tried to present as a male because that's what I was taught to do. And it didn't work. People still knew that there was something different about me. And they felt obligated to tell me about it. Like they wanted to be hateful to me because they could see that I was different. What the heck? What kind of world do we make if that's what we let go on? Like, I just won't let it happen. I just won't. I can't do much, but if we all pull together, and I know that a lot of trans women don't want to face that kind of scrutiny, right? Because they'll come for you if they think that you're weak. And so if you don't have support and you're not going to be able to handle hateful comments directed towards you, then don't. Like, let us handle it, but I think it's definitely a call to action to people who are far enough in their transition to make a statement. Like Gigi Gorgeous, like, stand up and call this woman a hero, all of the glamour queens, the ones who have the money and privilege to get surgeries and buy expensive makeup and have sponsors, and I mean, I'm happy for you. Yes, there needs to be role models and successful trans people. This is a time to stand up and say, yeah, leave her alone. Not everyone is so lucky to be able to transition fast with surgical assistance. A lot of women in other countries can't even get hormones. They don't have insurance for surgeries. In India, the trans women's families, like, their families disown them, and they go and they join like groups of other trans women, and those trans women do their surgery. Like, can you even imagine? Like, that's, and even faced with that, even faced with hatred and like having someone do your surgery who's not licensed or really like they're like, yeah, this is who I am. I know it. I know it. I can't fake. This is who I am, you know. And people are, oh, you're just gay. Well, no, no, that's not it. Because there was a moment where I was like, well, maybe I'm just a gay man, you know. Maybe all this time, this is just what it feels like to be a gay man. And it wasn't at all. Like, I talked to other gay men, and I said, but on the inside, you're a woman, right? And they said, no, I'm a man. I just like men. I'm like, well, I don't really especially like men. I'm a woman on the inside, you know? And, there are a lot of issues that come up, and I don't have the answers for all of them, but I just know that everyone deserves some kindness and some decent human respect when they're going through changes like this, and like educate yourself. You know, if you don't know what the heck you're talking about, maybe sit down, be quiet. You know, there's people's lives are at stake. You know, there's young people watching. You know, when I was young and trans and was not out, there was adults that said horrible, hateful things about the kind of people that I knew I was. I knew who I was, and they were talking bad about me right in front of me, you know, hatefully. And then at church on Sunday, claiming to be good Christians, you know, claiming to be good parents, you know, and no, you can't, no. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Do what you can for your trans sisters and trans brothers, you know, 'cause, hey, if you're not there now, you've been there. And if you're not trans and you're just an ally, be willing when, if someone says something hateful or nasty, or just be willing to say, it really isn't that funny. How would you feel? You know? How would you feel if all of a sudden people told you, no, 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 you're not the gender you think you are? You know, you're not. You're lying to everyone. We know better. I don't know. Be an ally. Just say it's not okay to hate people no matter how different they are. You know? I'm not trying to hurt anybody by being trans. That's not my goal. I just want to be me, you know? And if you like me, like, let's be friends and cool, you know? And if you don't like me, leave me alone. You know, don't you have better things to do than run around and spread hateful comments? Maybe you don't, you know? But maybe if you weren't so hateful, you would have some friends. I don't know. I'm only allowed to talk none, and I think I've overdone none, so I'm gonna be done now. For 20 minutes, I'm gonna have to edit this down quite a bit, so I'm sorry if it's choppy. Battle of the Bulge, right? We'll call it Battle of the Bulge, and I have over 50 subscribers now. That's really great. I'm thrilled. I hope I'm being entertaining or interesting or something. It's gonna be better once I can talk some more, because then I can go more places. And That's it. I'll see you soon. I'll be back.